Justice UU Lalit, who will become the next Chief Justice of India in August next year, spoke to NDTV about efforts are being made to ensure that every common man of the country feels that legal aid is accessible. Justice UU Lalit is the Executive Chairperson of the National Legal Service Authority, a body which provides free legal services to eligible candidates across India and organises Lok Adalats for speedy resolution of cases.
The judiciary of this country has repeatedly said that justice should not be denied to anyone irrespective of the kind of resources they have. But how are those principles being implemented on the ground? Through the help of the National Legal Services Authority, I have with me Justice UU Lalit, who is the Executive Chairperson of NALSA. We will speak to him for more on the issue. So my first question to you is that NALSA has carried out a very special campaign in the last 6 weeks. Could you tell us more about how in remote corners of the country, men, women and children, especially women and children, how are they being able to get access to legal aid through this campaign?
You spoke about women. Half the population is females here. Many of them in rural sector are subjected to various kinds of harassment or exploitation. So we have a network. Now the network is at the central level we have NALSA. At the state level we have every state legal services authority, which is chaired by one of the judges of the High Court. Then every state has district level authorities in every district. They are also controlled by the judicial officers. Then at the taluka levels in every district there is this setup of legal services authority. So this is the network which is available. This network is essentially monitored by judicial officers at every level. But who are the workers who will be reaching the grassroots level, or the affected parties or the victims or whoever is the intended beneficiary of legal aid? We have paralegal volunteers. We have paralegal volunteers may comprise of various kinds of people, like for instance, there could be Anganwadi workers, there could be Asha workers. Why do you require females? Because females will naturally have they will inspire sense of confidence in the affected or victims. So therefore we have such people who must come from that very strata of the society, so that people who are affected and who are victims will feel genuinely confident to confide in them, correct? So therefore these are paralegal volunteers who then reach out. So this is the normal way. Now you spoke about this 7-week-long outreach program. In this outreach program, principal idea was that the fact that every person is entitled to free legal aid, that as a concept must be taken to every nook and corner. Every person must be aware of his or her rights. As and when the opportunities come, or as and when the occasion develops for him to have those rights realized, then there must be an agency available. He must know that he can reach there. So therefore this was only flame of awareness to be taken to every nook and corner, so that the darkness in the minds of people at least gets eradicated.
So you took over NALSA in June this year, and the last 6 months you've visited about 13 states in a span of 6 months, and this was while the pandemic was still raging. So what were the kind of challenges you faced in reaching across, even you went to so many villages across the country, there must have been so many challenges. So what were the difficulties that you faced, and despite that you tried and ensured that people still get access to legal resources?
One correction, madam. I reached out to 13 states in 7 weeks. Not 6 months. 6 months is certainly, yes, we have been doing everything.
Your personal visits as well.
My personal visits were in this reach out campaign or outreach campaign. What we are doing is the same thing, trying to reach out to people. So in this campaign of 7 weeks, we selected certain states. That is so far as on the personal level is concerned. We selected states in the north, in the south, east and west, and in the central India. That is so far as at my level is concerned. But regardless of that, at the state level, at district level and village levels or taluka levels, teams have been going out in this period of 42 days. And if I may just give you the statistics, we had thought of reaching out to every single village in this country at least thrice in this period of 7 weeks. There are 6,37,000 villages in the country. If you multiply by number 3, you'll reach at a figure of say over 19 lakhs. We have in this period of 7 weeks gone to 19.50 lakh villages. So that's an indication that the teams at every level, to give you an indication by way of illustration, there were more than 1 lakh teams in one state, that is state of UP itself. So therefore these are teams which go out, which reach out to villages, and that's how this outreach program was devised and implemented.
So my last question to you is, a lot of youngsters across the country are watching this right now. Many of them are either young lawyers right now or plan to go into the legal field. Now you're going to be the CJI next year. Coming from you, any message is going to be of huge importance to them. When we look at legal aid, and you've said that the role of the youth matters a lot, especially students in law colleges. So how do you plan to associate youngsters and get them into the field of legal aid so that, even when they become senior lawyers later, it's an issue that they strongly connect with?
I have been in touch with Bar Council of India officials and members. Now, with the help of their assistance, we have now devised that every law college should adopt 3 talukas around it. Students who are in the 4th year and 5th year, in batches of say 25, should be associated and do work as paralegal volunteers, whatever I spoke of paralegal volunteers earlier. So young students will be getting inducted in this program at the age when they are still studying law at the 4th and 5th year level, and they will be reaching out to people, they will be trying to associate with this program, they will be helping out the needy. So this will indoctrinate large number of students, youngsters in the program even while they are studying. We bank upon this particular number as and when they turn out to be lawyers, to be the bank that we can draw on for our future panel lawyers, for our lawyers who will be then carrying out the work of legal aid through at every level. And the beauty would be that, see, every time fresh crop of students will be there. So 4th and 5th year, if every law college say has a number of say at least 50 students, every year there will be fresh batch of 50 students from every law college. People will be connected with this program of legal aid, and that will ensure that fresh talent will always come into this. What happens is that if fresh talent comes in, new ideas will be there. Budding youngsters have lot of ideas, so their ideas will be utilizing those ideas, will be banking on those ideas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for talking to us. So that is Justice UU Lalit sending out this message to all the common people of this country that legal aid is now accessible to you at the nearest post offices, at the legal aid clinics that have been set up by NALSA, and also sending out a message to the youth of this country that go out, extend a helping hand to those who need you. In New Delhi with camera person Azam Siddiqui, this is Sukirti Dwivedi for NDTV.